Okay, so last time, this is our 6th episode in our Gunsmith Simulator series, and this is Blind Fox. So last time we got access to our some chemical stuff. As you can see here, we've got some we've got access to our chemical stuff, we've got access to our sander as well. We completed the wire wheel. We still have the cleaning thing to research, our cleaning cloth. And our screw master is how fast we can put in screws and stuff. We still have this to do. Last time we've got access to the chemical stuff, so it is the bluing. So let's see what we do this time. Our oops, sorry, the wrong button. The guns we did already do was the Colt number 1911, M1 Garand, MAC 10, the Mauser 96. I'm not gonna try that name. The flintlock pistol, the AKM, the M4, and the Colt Peacemaker. So we've done a nice little selection of them already. We do have some here that we haven't done yet, which is the we've got the Colt Peacemaker there, and we've got the pistol again. So what we do have here in our inbox, no letter from Grandpa, and we do have Glock 17. We got the Derringer. I don't think we did the Derringer yet. Not sure which one we have, but we'll do these two little pistols, and then we'll see if there comes anything in from Grandpa. And the reason I want to do the Colt again is I want to show you what happens if you get more than 1 star. So I might just pause this and just bring you back after I finish the Colt, depending on what you have to do. So again, we don't have any automatic disassemblies yet. So I'll complete this off camera, and I will then be back again, and then we can see what happens if you get more than 1 star. I'm not sure if I have to do 2 of these, but since we already did this pistol, or revolver, I'll just disassemble it offline, and then I will be back. Okay, we've completed the disassembly. So you can see we've got some missing parts and some broken parts, or dirty parts anyway. Not so many missing and dirty parts, so we'll just sort of see what we have, and let's go and clean it up. Again, we've got our cleaning table. There we've got our dirty parts. As time go by, I might not show you all of it, as I just cut it out the disassembly part, but since you might still be new to this and haven't watched all of this, you can see it is sometimes a bit difficult to clean stuff. Sorry for that. And again, you can read that description on the left hand side. Sorry, or pause the screen to do so. I have a slight cold. And if this wasn't a low action game, it would really suck playing it while coughing. But if you would bear with me for this, you can see there's nothing else we need to do. We just need to go and shopping. So, here we go, cold peacemaker. So we need the base pin. Let's see where we are. There, base pin part. We need the ejector tube. Where is it? There it is. And the ejector rod. Need the hammer roll. And the trigger. There is a update coming again 23 May. And again we got some $80. We have $140 to spend. So why is it so... No, we didn't miss anything. So that might be our savings kicking in. Interesting. There we go. Nothing else to do. So now we have to replace this. And you will wonder, why is this window coming up here with the part already there if we only have one part. Sometimes you have more than one part in your inventory and so forth, so you can choose between what you want to use. And again we have to clean this. Luckily it's only one. Come on. Oh no, it's a few. And again, if you've forgotten, this is how we clean. You just left click on it, left click on your part, it comes up. You left click on places to see until it's clean. You turn it with your SADF keys, or actually your arrow keys as well will also do it. You have to literally get into that yellow lined part nicely to click it. So if you get your click right and on the correct side, sorry, it's relatively easy to do. And now it's again just to disassemble your assembly. Sometimes it sort of glitches out, then it sort of stays green. I do not know why. And then it screws up. So I'll just assemble this quickly and then I will invite you back in again. Alright, we've finished our construction of this. Now we can, of course, take this to the shooting range and shoot. But let's just test it. And let's hand it in. Okay, you see, we've got some more experience. And now, the first time we completed this gun, we got 1 star. But here, our we only got half a star in our progression. So it depends. The more you work on a gun, the less you progress in it. I think the 1 star is 1 time, the second star is twice, the third star I think you have to do 3 guns. So overall you, I think, have to disassemble a gun at least 6 times before you are expert in it. So let's go and hand it in and see if grandfather has sent us a new thing. And yes, he did. Okay, now they are telling us about the some of the shooting range. It's me again, and we can he sort of you can go there. You've got the shooting range or the shooting house anyway, but the Colt really isn't your weapon for this. So it literally tells us a sweet shooting house where you've already been, but we can go there again. Let's see if there's any other weapons that we have done. This one we did before, so I'm going to take it again, so that we have got a chance of getting somewhere with it, besides doing new weapons. Let's go and see which one is the other. Do you actually have 2 of these then? It would be great if we do. No, this is M17, this is not. This is nope. So none of these 2 I don't think we've done. This is a total new one. That one here, Arasaka. Oh, the brown bess. I haven't done the brown bess a lot, but we'll get that, and we'll go through some nice actual first time stuff. And the game every now and then will freeze like that. So let's just see which we did, just so that we can keep up with our what we did and what we didn't do. Ah, that one we did. We didn't. I don't think we did any of the other pistols, but what is this one? The requisite. It's really difficult sometimes to figure out which ones you did and which ones you didn't. Let's see what we have here. We've got the M17. Yep, here is another one we did before. This one, the requisite. So this one I also am not gonna show you the take apart process, just because it takes so long. I want us to remove 12 pieces though, but since it's a flintlock, we might just see what we do. There, we've removed the back plate there. Stuff that you really can't see that well, it's on the back. Here's another piece of the back there. So you can really see how complicated this stuff is, and I think we've done everything from here, so now we have to go to this. For a relatively easy working gun, it's a quite complex thing, a flintlock. Although it's more rugged pieces, it's almost as complicated in design as a new fashioned firearm. It's just different. As I say, the pieces are larger, but it's still a very complicated design. And here I'm just a bit lazy not picking it up. And you see here, we do not have any replacements here. We do have rusty stuff and dirty stuff. So I'll just pause again, maybe I'll just pause for a bit and then I'll bring you back. Okay, we're still busy with the same firearm. I just decided to bring you in for this, since it is interesting. So you switch on your machine again. Well, this is relatively new for me as well, because this was one of the last things they added in the real game. Although in this, if you start from scratch, you get access to this much earlier than we did in the game before. And for these old guns, if it's not a heat reduction, which some of them I think I haven't yet, some of them is totally heat reductions, you don't get the others. I'm sorry if there's a lot of noise. People are working around. So I'll just pause again for a bit. Okay, I hope the working is done outside. Let's see. Ooh, and I got lost. If you actually look where you're going. For a basement, this place is large, so I do not know how large this guy's house is. And you see, we don't have anything to actually replace. We only need to clean stuff. Or oil stuff, to be more precise. And there are just a lot of nooks and crannies in this stuff. And to actually find some of these little nooks and crannies, that is a bit of a problem. Huh. And again, feel free to pause and read some of the stuff coming up here in the top left. If I hover over a part which you are interested in. And it's real interesting, the information they give you besides the dirtiness of the part. Now I can see good, clean. Sorry. I'm not really editing this, I'm just sort of free recording it. So I'll just assemble all of this again. You might want to see this since it's a flintlock. And again, if it's not green, you can't add it to the gun at this moment. Or into its other assembly points. Now I can lift it up, but I did do a proper disassembly of it the first time around. Go and check out some of my earlier videos. And that's the only thing we still need. There we go. And again, we can of course test it. So you would cock it back, fill up there, knock that back, cock it back full, and pull the trigger. If we have a new gun, I'll take it to the shooting range. And again, you see we only got half a star, but we did increase a level. At least one. So we will return that back in. Okay, Granddaddy might... Oh, yes. We've got some new stuff. So we've learned some more. What do we have here? It looks like some woodworking, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, okay, you're, yes, so... Looks like we have gotten access to, have it looks like the woodworking place. Good. So we can make some wood. Except, okay, so Granddaddy gave us something to do again. A Winchester. So we'll complete Granddaddy's errand. Before we completed Granddaddy's errand, let's just go and have a little look. You can see there our stuff we've got only 1 star on. We indeed have another extra one, so where we're gonna use it, which is quite a difficult question. We'll got one there. We might just use it on the cleaning bit, or no, let's do it on the assembly bit. Okay, so we do have our stuff we got last time, but I want to do the Winchester because Granddad sent it us. We've got brown base. Have I gotten the right one? The Winchester, yes. And a nice double-barrel shotgun. Okay, now we'll leave and we'll go and disassemble this and see what we have to do. Come on. There we go. So we haven't really done this yet. It's got a lot of parts to disassemble. Again, I don't have the whole disassembly turned on because really there is such a lot of parts. We will do a complete disassembly whenever we get to go do a fast disassembly, because then I can disassemble it very fast and we get a nice view of it. Now overall I think they've got a nice cross section of rifle or firearms. I just miss the British and of course the Belgians. I mean, we've got the Russians, we've even got the Poles in here, we've got the Germans. And then to find some of this stuff, where are we? There need to be a screw somewhere, which we cannot see. Hang on, we might have, there we go, I see it there, no. Ah, there's one. Another screw. And you can see how difficult it is to actually see the screws if you haven't picked up the gun. There is a large variety of screws in here. And then of course it resets every now and then. Let's see if we can actually get this to pick up. There we go. That's what I wanted to do, and it just didn't want to do it. Because now I can actually... if it just doesn't do what it should do. It's annoying when the gun doesn't behave as I want it to. Gun doesn't always want to turn around. There we go, now it's better. There you can see the screw better now. There's another screw up top. Let's see, where's some other screws? Because there's one. So you can see how it's really difficult to find some of these screws. Okay, now we'll put it down again. Ah. And really, if you I don't know the specific firearms, as I say. I know the Belgians a bit more, and I know the UK's, the Enfields. And the reason I really want FN here is I want the original Browning pistol. The Colt is one of Browning's design. The Colt 1911 is a Browning design, which is fine as it goes, since it is Browning. And if you wonder why do I want Browning so badly, is because he basically is the father of the modern pistol. He accidentally also designed incidentally also designed a automatic, the world's, I think it's the first, or one of the first automatic shotguns for Winchester at the time, but I'm not sure if Winchester actually produced any. Oh, come on. There we go. Just to see the stuff. Doesn't always want to come out. There we go. But do feel free as I work to read some of the stuff that might come up. feel free. Anyway, as I said, Browning was the father of most of the modern pistols, and he designed a automatic shotgun for, well, not really for Winchester, but he designed it, and Winchester said no. I'm not sure if the design, if the patents are still, or the actual the gun is still around somewhere. I can't remember but the interesting thing about Browning is if you want to collect these guns, do research about them, is he designed most of the other firearms people, that is sort of Mauser designed for Mauser or the German government, but mostly he designed and he manufactured. Browning mostly, although they did manufacture some, he basically designed for Winchester and for FN. Later more for FN, because there was a little trouble between him and Winchester. There were some disagreements, I think. But anyway, he is the father of the modern looking pistol, and it's basically due to his work that we see the normal modern pistol designs, or that it is the way they do, because before him we really didn't have the repeating pistol or semi-automatic pistol. Or let's say a less complicated automatic pistol. There we go. You can see after all of this, the only thing we need to do is actually make the wood. So the take apart bit of this actually takes a long time. So we didn't need to actually create wood. You just need to clean it. So if you wonder what to do, you have to sort of, it will outline the stuff in blue for you. So we'll apply it, there we go. And again, this is a bit difficult because it doesn't always show you what part you applied it to. Okay, so what do we do now? There we go. Now we clean it some. Okay, what do we do now? The next one. Okay, now we do that. You can see we've got a nice little selection of things to do with your woodwork. Is that some oil, I think? Okay, processing. What else do we need to do? I think we are done. Yep, we can leave. And we got a new skill. Wood finishing. So let's go and look at our skills. There we go. Oh, we haven't gotten it yet because grandfather hasn't approved us yet. So now we have to assemble all of this. All of the 40 whatever parts we took apart, we need to assemble after cleaning. So I'll clean it and I'll call you back for the assembly bit. Okay, I got the little parts clean. Now I need to assemble all of the 40 whatever parts. So luckily you can just click on stuff and it jumps into place, and then you actually have to hunt for it to find it. So that you can put in little screws. Oh, there we go. Nope, these doesn't want to come in yet. Oh, I do like this. There is, as I once said, there is a little side game if you actually get to know the guns better, that you can actually assemble the thing against time, and then it does not give you these nice little handy green and red markings. And this gun is don't know when this was developed, or if Browning had anything to do with this one. But definitely in the 1876, whenever, I think it was the 1870s, he did design stuff for Winchester. Come on, where did that go? What did I miss? Oh. So if you go and look at the patents and stuff, there is definitely some of his designs in Winchester. But according to legend, he was able to actually 3D design before you had any 3D design software. He could see the pattern or the way things fitted together in his head. So he was basically his own 3D design computer. Come on. This is basically what you spend your time on doing, at least in the first few bits, until you get your higher up in the thing where it automatically assembles and disassembles your firearms for you. But definitely, if you play this game in the first 3 times you do a rifle, you are gonna have to assemble every little part. You can see the amount of stuff there is still to assemble, and so easy to miss stuff, especially if you are not really knowing the firearm all that well. But if you want to learn something about the construction of firearms, this is a nice game to actually do it in. And and again, this is an older gun, and you can see the complexity of this. come on. Only thing I hate about this game is when I lose the mouse. Ah, there we go. And then I sometimes can't just see the pins. Still not that one. Oh, there we go. We can click that back into place. Hey, what am I missing again? I'm definitely missing something again. There is, I got. That I got. Ah, and then there is these little things that you just miss. I hate it when that happens. So you need to keep your wits about you when you do this and keep an eye out for little pieces that you did not yet screw in. At least the screwing in is sometimes a bit easier because then you sometimes can see the damn screws. Sometimes you can't see them. There we go. And we have assembled our Winchester. So we'll go and hand that in for Granddaddy. Oops, sorry, wrong place. We'll first see how it operates. So break it open. Ah, break it open again. Safety. And then we can do that. There we go. And we've tested all. And the detail that's in the box as well is very nice. Ah, we just got ourselves a new level, so we can go and do that. We'll return that to Grandad. And thank you very much for your free labor on my guns. So let's see what we have here new. Ah, we've got this one. I'll use this again because we already, that's why I sort of choose all of these stuff so that we can get I'll choose you, yes, so that I want to show you what happens if you get more stars in a gun. The rest I haven't done yet, so we'll do this one, and I will pause when I do this one. Nope, it's not you, it's not you. Come on, where are you? There we go. And I'll pause this and I will come back when I've done this. Okay, we are done with this one. Now immediately it won't come clear what your benefits are, but I hope to find some let's just test it. We didn't test out the Winchester, but as I said, I can't do the skeet shooting, and that would be an excellent gun to please test out for the skeet shooting. Now you can see we've got our second star. And let's see if we actually get something else. We don't have it again. Let's see, what is this? Let's return it. Ooh, grandfather again. That was fast. Is it grandfather again? No, but we didn't. We did do that. Then why is there a email there if we already were there? Huh. Interesting. We did read all of this. Yeah, I don't know what is the problem. Let's see, do we have... No, we don't have any of these yet. So let's just complete the stuff we have. Let's go for a new upgrade. You've got one more thing. We'll add that for the woodwork. Although I intended to do some of the others, but hang on, let's add it there first. And here we can see what we did. We did the Winchester today. We've got 2 stars there now. We might just do a 1911, but I think this is a nice lot of stuff we did. We'll just do something quick. I think another disassembly for today, which is a new one. We'll use the brown bears. Now the only British gun sort of in the game is the brown bears. Or, well, vaguely Enfield, since this gun was around before Enfield came along. It doesn't say here if it's a replica or not. It's also a flintlock. I actually would have liked if they added a matchlock in here as well. That would have been cool. But then I would want a wheel lock as well, and but it would be nice if they would have added the matchlock, since it is, well, a totally different lock system. And I still want to see the what do you call it? Yeah, the Martini Henry. Well, the Gahindra would also work. The Peabody maybe, but definitely the Martini Henry I want to see, just because it's an interesting lock time. And then they could have there is, what's the other one they call? Is it the roll lock or the... There's a few other locks they can add. That is really interesting. And here you can really see the wear on the parts. Sorry. I'll just pause until I finish this. Okay, I brought you back after cleaning. Oh, come on. I think I still need to do stuff, yep. So the Brown Bess is I think it's the rifle that has been the longest in production. It was produced for about 140 years. It was in service for 122 years or something, 111 or 100 and something. I just think 100 and I think it was 120 years or something. It first saw service in the British Army in around 1722 and it served until 1840. So around 119 years I think service life. It then had a civilian life as well. It was originally flintlock as you see here. It did have a few models and it did continuously improve over its service life, so it's not all the same gun. I'm actually wondering if it had Mark 1, Mark 2, because the British are infamous for this. They have a gun and then they just call it Mark 1, Mark 2 and Mark 4 and don't change the name at all, and that can lead people to name the gun or don't recognize it. But the Brown Bess anyway, I think had about 5 or 6 different variants. It was later converted to a cap lock as well. But it's not really difficult to actually convert stuff from between your different percussion cap, flintlock, especially here. If you can see this, you have an external plate, which fine. So you can basically just screw in the furniture, and if I'm not mistaken, that little hole there, I think, if either that hole or that hole there, might be the hole connecting the your flash hole. I don't think it's this one here. Might be that as well. I don't think. No, it's not. No, that is part of the trigger. So it's one of the holes. I think it's that hole there. Might be is the flash hole. So as I said, I'm not really up to standard with the construction of this, but you can see especially this. Yeah, this looks like the flash hole there. Everything is screwed on the outside here of the gun. So all you have to do is remove all of this furniture, pop in your nipple holder, just screw that down, do some modification to your hammer, also just replace all of the screw plate, and you're done. So it's relatively easy to do the conversion from flintlock to mat or to cap lock. And that would be interesting if they actually do the game so that you can do the conversion yourself. Because there only you screw that on, there we go, you've got that. And it really would be interesting if they the game actually evolved that we can actually do that modification. And since the base stuff is the same, they can always add some of the other variants in just for fun. That would also be nice. But to let us actually do the conversion? No, with a replica? That really would be cool. Let's go and have a little look there. Do we actually... Oh, we do have the ramrod. I don't see the bayonet lug, but I'm not sure how... Or is that... Oh, that I think might be the... what is that? Now that's part of the stock. I want that. Now that's the muzzle cap. Interesting that they don't have the stacking equipment, but because that is not the stacking swivel. That is the actual. They've got the sling swivel. I'm not sure, as I said, how this looked in the British with the bayonet, because they did mount bayonets. And I think that's an extra thing that comes in here, if I can remember the P90, the pattern 1840, whatever I saw, but it also could slip around the, yeah, I'm not sure how this thing's bayonet looks. But I don't know how accurate this is. But in any case, we've got our brown bess. We haven't seen this one before. So let's see, it works like all the other flintlocks. You pull back, half cock it, park your powder in there, cock this, back. So for you to convert this, you just remove all of this furniture, put a hammer on for the cap lock, put the nipple on there, where the flash hole is, and you've got a conversion, not that difficult to do. So there's a lot of flintlock guns that were actually converted to cap locks. Let's see how much money we have. Well, we've got 619. Let's see if we can do anything with it. We go to the, let's just first return this one. We'll just go check out the bids. What do they have here? Used. I don't think we might, if we're gonna buy anything here, nope. Let's just see what we have here, if there's anything that, another brown base, M1911. Oh well, not M1 Garand. So nothing at the moment that we don't have. So I'll end our episode here for now. We can undo that one later, the next episode. So what did we do in this episode? Grandfather gave us another skill. We got our woodworking skill and our wood cleaner skill. Got our wood cleaning and our woodworking. We did do the wood cleaning bit, so sanding and you're cleaning the wood. We didn't actually design our own barrel or stock yet. We might do that next time if the game gives us one. I might just assemble some of the guns we already looked at, just so that I can get closer, get a few more levels done, and get some more just get some more stuff to tier 2, so that I can show you what happens if you've got 2 stars with a rifle or with a firearm. So I'll go and do some of these off camera maybe, and I'll see you next time. So thanks for watching. Please support the channel, please subscribe, please go and donate on patreon.com. Go and check out my Ration review channel as well. And have a good day.